Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of Alya, who speaks her feelings in Russian, episode 4. Now, I want to make a note that this entire weekend has been well. Before we get, I'm talking about last weekend. Last weekend was pretty much one and done for most people. The fans of My Hero, the thickness of Plus Size Elf. Not only that, the ending of Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro. Now, Nagatoro has ended. Not what I expected. Yeah, the ending was okay. I mean, it's been going on, and I've been reading it. So, Nagatoro has been a great rom-com. It's not as I'll put it as an A tier rom-com, but let's see what the future holds. I mean, I don't know how the ending is. I read the ending. It's but if they give us a time skip wise, we'll see more. Now, on to the Alya show. Now, you know what? Let's be honest with ourselves. This is going to be the toughest summer waifus we ever have. Like last year, for summer I have Shizuka from Zom 100 Bucket List of Dead because she's best waifu of that summer. This summer it is gonna be a tough call. We have so many summer waifus of 2024 that it's hard for us to sit down and say and make a list of who's the best girl of the summer. We have a wide variety of all summer girls, and Alya, Asha, and Yuki, those three princesses are also considered the top of tiers of summer waifus because they've been toying with us a lot. All three of them has given us moments after moments to talk about these three, and they've given us the MC a rom-com situation. It's always the rom-coms where there's two sides here: patience and waifu wars. And that's what rom-coms is all about. And I don't think people can handle rom-coms, which, by the way, I'm kind of defending rom-coms because you guys can't handle patience. Some of y'all can't handle patience. Y'all want to rush the love. It takes time. You just got to be patient. Now, last week was a backstory of how Alya became who she is, and her backstory is not sad, but it's more like, oh my God, okay. But it shows us a little more about the connection, how these two meet. And especially Masha at the end. I mean, a big sister. Oh my God. Now, we go on back to the present. And this episode kind of basic, but it had a few twists and turns in this one. So without further ado, let's get right to the review of Alya, who sometimes speaks her feelings in Russian, episode 4 review. Let's get it. Okay. Last week was a backstory. A backstory about Alya, and her being alone, not working together, that it had that backstory. Now, I do applaud her Russian accent. I like her Russian accent. You know how rare for an anime character to speak like that in Russian? I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the best anime girl in Russia. I'm just saying. Now, we're going back to the present, and Alya's goal is to become the student council president. When you're the student council president, this happens in rom-coms. Some rom-coms have this one character who is the student council president. The student council president, and you want to see where the drama goes. Just like Kaguya-sama Love is War. And the way how that ended, I'm like, okay. But that's that. Everything was orchestrated and planned. You got the guy with glasses, it's called, you know how character transformation is? That's what it is. Just look at Kobe from One Piece. Look how he was back then, and look how he is now. Transformation. Best transformation I've ever seen. So, him back then, now looking at him all skinny with glasses, So, the dispute of this episode was all about two teams, the baseball team and the soccer team. They both want to use the same field. You got one team that wants to use it for home court advantage, which is disrespectful because most teams in real life have a problem winning away games, but when it comes to home games, they have the advantage. And then you got the other team who needs practice because they go in regionals and they got scouts. They got people viewing on these players and see who's going to be drafted in the next MLB draft. So that's kind of thing. So Alya this is more like a test. Alya is in the middle between a rock and a hard place. She's trying to stop these two from arguing and to find ways to dispute this because there's another field right there. But who's going to use that field? And nobody don't want to use that field. So it's kind of like, it was tough for Alya because she always worked alone. And she's trying to solve things on her own. And I get it. Alya's determined. She wants to prove herself that she wants to be the student council president. She wants to prove that she can handle things on her own. But like anime, you need to let it go. Like all animes, when a character says that they can do it, even though they can't do it, they always need help. So when she says she needs help in Russian, our beloved MZ Kuzu just came right into the play, and he was there at the time. He's like, he heard all the conversation, but when he heard Alya speak, but when he heard Alya speak in Russian, saying help, somebody help, all that kind of thing, it was just like, okay, I'm help. So he solved the issue between the baseball team and the soccer team. And remember, he has experience. I mean, just ask his sister, childhood friend / sister. Just ask Yuki. I mean, she was nominated at the time, but stepped away. But he has the potential to join the student council. For a guy that is a straight up otaku / playing gacha games like ourselves, and for this guy to become student council, props. And let's be honest, he should have been best boy of the week. Not that trash ass Bakugo, which he doesn't deserve best character of the week. I don't give a fuck. I mean, that guy is a piece of trash. The two MCs from 2.5 Dimensional Seduction and this MC from Alya who speaks freely, those two boys should have fought for best boy of the week, because they putting on a show. And not like that trash ass character, but that's a different topic in another way. What I'm saying is, this guy has student council experience. He's a laid back guy, but he knows how to handle the situation. He killed 3 birds with 1 stone in this one. Helping with the soccer team. Helping out with the baseball team, helping out with the soccer team. Not only that, helping out with the manager situation. He killed 3 birds in 1 stone. To have one team use the field and one team use their school field, he killed it. Now, here's the thing with Al. Now that he joined the student council, he wants Alya's help. Like, he's not gonna push MC. He's not gonna push Alya away. Alya's gonna do what she can to become the student council, and he's gonna ask Alya to join. Not join the student council, but not as yet, just support. Now, them holding hands together. Okay, let's just call it like it is. When she said "I love you" in Russian, I don't know if. Here's the thing. I don't know if Alya. There's still a lot of questions. I mean, I know we're in episode 4, but there's still a lot of things to go by here. Like, okay, you squeeze your hand. I mean, you holding Alya's hand. Now you're thinking to yourself, "Yay, flashback!" Now you got a flashback of this blonde girl speaking to you in Russian, and now Alya's thinking you're seeing someone else. That's one thing you don't do in rom-coms, and I like him because this is one thing you don't do in rom-coms. You don't think about the other girls. When you don't think about the other girls, because if you think about the other girls, shots get fired. So, back to what I'm saying. The way Alya says "I love you" in Russian, that was a start of, to me, no. I won't think that's the start of the waifu wars in this series. I don't think it is. I mean, yeah, she confessed her in Russian, and he knows what she said because he speaks Russian. He knows the Russian languages, so he knows what Alya is saying. That's fine. We get that. Now the kiss on the cheek. Let me just say this. I'm not counting that. Let me be perfectly clear. That scene where Alya kissed the MC on the cheek, I'm not counting that. If it was a kiss on the lips, that's fine. But a kiss on the cheek is like a little bronze medal. It's a little bronze medal if you think about it. You know how many girls this guy has gotten closer and closer in contact with them? Think about this, for example. Alya started the first shot. If you think about it, Alya started the first shot with her feet fetish in the first episode. Remember that feet fetish? Remember that foot fetish that's been going on since that week 1, where she literally got the guy to put on the socks and then tappity tap down there, if you know what I mean? That's the first punch. The second punch is Yuki, the surprise, that surprised me as well. I wasn't aware of this, but the fact that not only is her little sister, but the way they got on top of her, I mean, the way that she's on top of him, that's been trending with the whole bed scene, like that was. And then Masha at the end, which is Alya's older sister, by the way, who's not only in the student council, but also has feelings for the MC when she was hugging him. So now you think, now everybody has been in physical contact with the MC. The three princesses has been physically contacting him. So lucky for him. Lucky for him. Okay, now, before I talk about the ending of this one, I want to talk about the ending here. The fourth ending. How many of you know a classic anime that has been everyone's mind since 2006? The Hori, excuse me with my name here because it's been a long time. The Haruhi Shizumiya. Who remember that show? Because that was in 2006 ending. That was the ending in 2006. I didn't watch it until 2008. But I heard the ending over and over again at the time, so I'm kind of used to that. But that was the ending. The ending, they gave us a Haruhi Shizumiya ending with Alya in it and her friends. Because they did an illustration collab. They did a collab. Alya and Haruhi, they did a collab together on the illustration collab. So because of that, they gave us the ending of this in 2006. So props for them for giving us the ending for that one. And if you have watched the show, go right ahead. I can't believe I remember that show. That's been a long freaking time. I haven't seen it since 2008. I started watching since 2008, so I don't remember that, but that was a long time ago. Now when Alya came home at the end, this is where the ending comes in. At the end, Alya comes in home. Here comes Masha. And Masha realized she loves him, but she ain't making the first move. So it's basically like, okay, you don't love the MC? Then maybe I have a shot at the MC. So now all the pieces are set. And yeah, we're 4th episodes in the game, but I'm waiting for that moment where Alya realized Yuki is the MC's little sister. I'm waiting for those moments like to kind of be like those shocking confessions. Because when it comes to rom-coms like this show and like all the other rom-coms, it requires patience. It requires patience, and it's going to be a love wars going on. So when I look at episode 4, it's going to be a war. It's going to be a war next week. But overall, this episode was really good. It wasn't that hype show, but it did give us like showed us that Alya's determined as always, and her confession to the MC. Not only that, a kiss on the cheek is like a bronze medal of honor for the MC, so we'll see where that goes. And like I said, the 4th ending is the 2006 ending of the Haruhi Shizumiya, so I like that as well. But again, we'll see where this goes. I look forward for next week's episode of it, and I'm sure you will.